has been many years since I lived on the residence to the right, but that was when I first left Reynolwood. That's where I moved to for a year, maybe, I think. So yeah, it's been a while. But, yeah, it's an okay condo. Roommates were very messy, but it was alright. So yeah, I'm back in Pleasanton and running, and it's 94, 92, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. But it'll be good fun next time in due time. I have now reached my old block where I spent over a decade in the same house. Almost a record for me, but I decided to jog past it today since I was going to be in the Bay Area. And it's changed a little because most of the upkeep and fixing was done when I was still here at the very end. So there's not much different, but a few little things. It is weird. It's like I miss it some, not greatly. Definitely stayed longer than I probably should have. And you know what? If things didn't happen the right way, I could still be right there right now. If it weren't for just one roommate just being kind of plugging in his electric car. That's kind of what pushed me over the edge. It's like, I don't want you to plug it in your electric car. So I wasn't a bad person, just a bad roommate. Anyway, that caused me to move, and here we are. I'm more of a visitor now than a resident, but I'm going to go running on some of my old trails. I already got 2.5 miles, so keep going. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm never coming back here again. Who knows? I mean, it wouldn't be ever to live, probably, at least in this neighborhood that I know of. But yeah, there are things I miss for sure. So in a way, this feels like one of my old runs when I was just like kind of going after work, and the end of it where I was kind of like done for the day, and I went around the sports park a few times or farther and kind of wrapping things up. But right now I'm kind of starting off, so I hopefully have another 10 miles in me. We'll see. This is, I think, Orloff Park, and over there is where I would get a drink of water if I could see the zoom. Yeah, often on hikes or jogs. And I didn't spend a lot of time actually in the grass in this park. There was not much to do, but it was sort of always on the way to the sports park, which is next up. Oh yeah, water. So there it is, Orloff Park. I kind of want to send the drone up here, but I think I'll save it for the sports park. This bench is where I would often sit after very, very hard runs to rest my weary knees. I've reached Pleasanton Park, and it seems like old times. The bench. Yeah, so many laps around this thing. I would say hundreds. In the time I was here, hundreds of laps. Not at once, but yeah. So much exercise here. I just can't believe. I mean, hundreds of miles around this park, although often this would be a starting point if I were going in a long run and I would continue it elsewhere. There's that sun. But I'm going to do one lap and then head off into the creek area, which was pretty common for me. Although, yeah, I had a lot of good workouts here. And some incredibly hot runs. My 112 degree run and my 110 was here. And luckily there are fountains about. I just passed the point where for many runs. If I was going for speed, it would be the first mile, and I would have been sprinting, and I would stop about that point and look at my watch, and then kind of be mostly disappointed that I worked so hard and didn't get a faster speed. But I could never get good speed for the most part. Like in the 7s would be nice, but that was a lot of hard work, so I could have trained better for that, but that wasn't what I was about. One thing about this part of the park is it got very wet, puddled during the heavy rains when we didn't have drought years, and it just reminded me this park had so many just personalities. When it was winter, it was cold, never snowed, but very cold. But we get to spring and it was so aromatic, and the grass, and then there was hot summer with those deadly runs, and then of course the aromatic fall with the beautiful colors. Good times. Creek Trail, which was incredibly uneven in many parts, and eventually it becomes actually the asphalt's worse than up ahead where it's just plain old gravel, and then the creek was down there, and you can see ducks. I saw an otter a couple times, and birds, duck's bird, and herons and egrets and geese. And that's mainly it. Maybe turkeys on occasion, and crows and hawks. So yeah, lots. So I will jog all the way down until I reach about the freeway, which was what I did quite a lot. Okay, I'm kind of curious how the zoom looks for the ducks out in the water. And the egret. Tempted to send the drone, I don't know. Not sure they would like that. I reached the old iron and wood bridge with a shoe on it. That was here last time, and this overlooks kind of the creek, which is next to the freeway. This is where it is actually good to have noise-canceling earbuds, even though I don't usually like to run with them. I like the other kind that don't cancel noise because I can hear. But I just came up that trail, which technically is closed off, but, well, not for me. It's like, you can get around. Just this time only. I just needed to come here. I would like to be going that way, but I think if I do, it's going to be too dark by the time I try to kind of finish it. I still have a ways to go. So I'm going to save that, I guess, for tomorrow maybe. Or, yeah, I haven't really planned out tomorrow's run yet, so we'll have to see what I feel like. There's the moon, and let's continue. This and bench. I'd come here and sit on very hot long runs, take a break, eat some candy or a power bar if I had it, fill up my water bottle, and then this trail, this like opening leads right out back into the trail on the freeway, and I'll go continue my run. Other direction, I guess it was probably mixed which way I'd be going, but yeah, it got loud. It was a nice little kind of refuge from the noise. Hello, moon. All right, back on the trail. 8 miles, 8.3 miles, and this is one of the parts I really liked because it was like nature, so much nature in the like, almost like gets to be the middle of Pleasanton. Actually, we do get down to Main Street for a while where it's just incredibly, because there's a creek here and there's no like development too close to the creek, so it's always been a kind of a cool way to get outside of the city, even though we're still in the middle of the city. I always like this little part of the path, and sometimes you could find some grapes to eat or berries. None now, but those are like an extra treat on a hot day this summer. And soon I'll be getting up to one of the roads where I'll have to take a right to get to maybe a pizza place. Kind of thinking I want to buy some beer, but I realize I don't have my ID. No one's gonna sell it to me, so that's a problem. I'll have to go get it after I get back. But I think I'm definitely tempted for some pizza, so we'll see how that goes. I am 8.5 miles in, and knees are getting a little sore. I think I was gonna go for 10, but I don't overdo it because I need to be able to run tomorrow and Saturday. So if I go too far today and can't run tomorrow, I'd be disappointed. So and I'm also carrying, I got a backpack which has my drone in it, which I did use once, so at least it wasn't a waste. That extra weight doesn't help. Plus I got the extra water. So yeah, I think I'll start walking from this point and call Uber in a bit. Hopefully I won't be too sweaty. Pizza in the coal center of Pleasanton, where I used to come have, I never really ate here. I always do pick up, because it's just easier, cheaper than having it delivered. So sometimes after very long runs, like half marathons, I get tempted into just going and grabbing a pizza, or if it's just a special occasion, I would treat myself to pizza. So here I am, and I went across the street and I got some beer at Safeway, which I was thankful they sold because I didn't have my ID. And yeah, it's kind of cool to be here, and the weather is just awesome, so it's very nice and warm. Legs are kind of worn out, so I'll probably take Uber back, but I'm gonna have a slice of pizza here and probably sneak one of my beers and enjoy being, I look across the street and I see the Mexican food place that we used to go to after shows, closing of shows after strike. We always go there. Lots of memories, many years of memories, not just of the house, of just Pleasanton in general. So good to be visiting.